Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden. He drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. The Conclave Bible, Datalinks.
Earth 2060. A small group of colonists leaves the ravages of Earth for a distant planet orbiting Alpha Centauri's primary star. Their ship, the United Nations starship Unity, carries them on their journey to a new world and a new hope for humankind. Along the way, a reactor malfunction damages the Unity, precipitating a crisis among the ship's 7 most powerful leaders. As they enter the Alpha Centauri system, the crew splits into 7 distinct factions, divided not by nationality, but by ideology and their vision for the new world. After the ship breaks apart, the 7 leaders guide their chosen crew down to the surface of planet, seeking their destiny beneath an alien sky.
Learn to overcome the crass demands of flesh and bone, for they warp the matrix through which we perceive the world. Extend your awareness outward, beyond the self of body, to embrace the self of group and the self of humanity. The goals of the group and the greater race are transcendent, and to embrace them is to achieve enlightenment. Chairman Shen Jiyang, SS on Mind.
Coming up on the transmitter.
And what of the immortal soul in such transactions? Can this machine transmit and reattach it as well? Or is it lost forever, leaving a soulless body to wander the world in despair? Sister Miriam Godwinson, we must descend.
And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever, we must send him forth. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. The Conclave Bible, Datalinks.
We shall take only the greatest minds, the finest soldiers, the most faithful servants. We shall multiply them 1,000-fold and release them to usher in a new era of glory. Colonel Corazon Santiago, the Council of War. Information. The first principle of warfare must form the foundation of all your efforts. Know, of course, thine enemy, but in knowing him, do not forget above all to know thyself. The commander who embraces this totality of battle shall win. even with the inferior force. Spartan Battle Manual.
A handsome young cyborg named Ace wooed women at every base. But once ladies glanced at his special enhancement, they vanished with nary a trace. Barracks Graffiti, Sparta Command.
Symbols are the key to telepathy. The mind wraps its secrets in symbols. When we discover the symbols that shape our enemy's thought, we can penetrate the vault of his mind. Lady Deirdre Sky, Our Secret War.
To map the very stuff of life, to look into the genetic mirror and watch a million generations march past. That, friends, is both our curse and our proudest achievement. For it is in reaching to our beginnings that we begin to learn who we truly are. Academician Prokhor Zakharov, address to the faculty.
If I determine the enemy's disposition of forces while I have no perceptible form, I can concentrate my forces while the enemy is fragmented. The pinnacle of military deployment approaches the formless. If it is formless, then even the deepest spy cannot discern it, nor the wise make plans against it. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, Datalinks.
We estimate that during the next mission century, most of planet's industries will be moved off-planet to Nessus Prime and other orbital facilities. Many of our industries will benefit greatly from the low-gravity environments available in space, particularly those involving genetically engineered microbes. CEO Nwabudike Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
Get off my land, you peacekeeping son of a...
I plan to live forever, of course. But barring that, I'd settle for a couple thousand years. Even 500 would be pretty nice. CEO Nwabudike Morgan, Morgan Link 3D Vision Interview.
It is altogether fitting that we who have sailed the deeps of space now return again to the sea. This is in many ways a water planet, and it can be ruled from the waves. With sea power, rugged terrain can be bypassed and enemy strongholds isolated. Once naval superiority is achieved, planet is ours for the taking. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Planet.
Human behavior is economic behavior. The particulars may vary, but competition for limited resources remains a constant. Need as well as greed have followed us to the stars, and the rewards of wealth still await those wise enough to recognize this deep thrumming of our common pulse. CEO Nwabudike Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
Industrial-grade nanopaste, planet's most valuable commodity, can also be one of its most dangerous. Simply pour out several canisters, slide in a programming transponder, and step well away while the stuff cooks. In under an hour, the nano will use available materials to assemble a small factory, a hover tank, or enough impact rifles to equip a regiment. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Planet.
Of course we'll bundle our MorganNet software with the new network nodes. Our customers expect no less of us. We have never sought to become a monopoly. Our products are simply so good that no one feels the need to compete with us.
Against such abominations, we organize our defenses on the principle that one strong and able mind can shield the many. Spartan Battle Manual.
We welcome you, Earth Deidre and Earth Wheat and Earth Tree, as honored guests, for you add great power to our ancient song. Planet Fungus and Planet Worm and Planet Mine, sing and play here, and you are welcome among us.
Lady Deidre Sky, Conversations with Planet.
As the Americans learned so painfully in Earth's final century, free flow of information is the only safeguard against tyranny. The once chained people whose leaders at last lose their grip on information flow will soon burst with freedom and vitality. But the free nation gradually constricting its grip on public discourse has begun its rapid slide into despotism. Beware of he who would deny you access to information, for in his heart he dreams himself your master. Commissioner Pravin Lal, you and
As distances vanish and the people can flow freely from place to place, society will cross a psychological specific heat boundary and enter a new state. No longer a solid or liquid, we have become as a vapor and will expand to fill all available space. And like a gas, we shall not be easily contained. Sister Miriam Godwinson, but for the grace of God. We must descend. We must descend. We must descend. Will we next create false gods to rule over us? How proud we have become, and how blind. Sister Miriam Godwinson, we must descend.
What actually transpires beneath the veil of an event horizon? Decent people shouldn't think too much about that. Academician Prokhor Zakharov, for one moment Earth, in the next, Heaven. Academician Prokhor Zakharov, for I have tasted the fruit.
From the delicate strands, between minds we weave our mesh, a blanket to warm the soul. Lady Deirdre Sky, the collected poems.
The Earth is the cradle of the mind, but one cannot stay in the cradle forever. Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, the father of rocketry. Datalinks.
No longer mere earth beings and planet beings are we, but bright children of the stars, and together we shall dance in and out of 10 billion years, celebrating the gift of consciousness until the stars themselves grow cold and weary and our thoughts turn again to the beginning.
And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech.
What do I care for your suffering? Pain, even agony, is no more than information before the senses, data fed to the computer of the mind. The lesson is simple. You have received the information. Now act on it. Take control of the input, and you shall become master of the output. Chairman Shen Jiyang, SS on Mind and Matter.
Imagine the entire contents of the Planetary Datalinks, the sum total of human knowledge, blasted into the planet mind's fragile neural network with the full power of every reactor on the planet. Thousands of years of civilization compressed into a single searing burst of revelation. That is our last-ditch attempt to win humanity a reprieve from extinction at the hands of an awakening alien god.
I shall not confront planet as an enemy, but shall accept its mysteries as gifts to be cherished. Nor shall I crudely seek to peel the layers away like the skin from an onion. Instead, I shall gather them together as the tree gathers the breeze. The wind shall blow and I shall bend. The sky shall open and I shall drink my fill. Gaian Acolyte's Prayer.
I believe Planet will talk to us if we're willing to listen. These fungal stalks behave as multi-state relays. Taken together, the neural net connectivity must be staggering. Can a planet be said to have achieved sentience? Lady Deidre Sky, Arguments in Council.
In the years since Planetfall, the human settlements have grown, carving a new world out of the chaos of planet's surface. An uneasy peace exists between the factions, broken only by the occasional skirmish for resources. That uneasy peace is shattered by a new arrival in the skies above Chiron. 2 scout ships from different factions of a far-flung alien race arrive, seeking the location of a lost nexus of energy, the legendary 6th Manifold. As the scout ships break apart, the survivors head for planet's surface in a handful of life pods, bringing with them a generations-old blood feud that can only end in the destruction of one side. The humans are caught in an alien crossfire.
In one dimension, I find existence. In 2, I find life. But in 3, I find freedom. Foreman Damai, Cadet Induction Ceremony, Mission Year 2216.
Manifold harmonic fields. Within, the true nature of the universe becomes apparent. Layers within layers. Worlds within worlds. Inside, the heart of everything opens, and everything opens to it. Caretaker, Lularni. Resonance. Power.
The ancient Chinese had a name for it. Feng Shui. We call it energy flow. It is the same thing, the same thought. Energy is everywhere, but only a fraction of it is tapped by humans for their purposes. Now the progenitors have taught us that we can tap not only our own latent abilities, but the latent abilities of the universe itself. Prophet Cha Dawn, Planet Rising.
By creating a planetary network, mankind on planet Now has the ability to share information at light speed. But by creating a single such network, each faction has brought themselves closer to discovery as well. At the speed of light, we will catch your information, tag it like an animal in the wild, and release it unharmed, if such should serve our purposes. Datatech Cinderose,